I am in Las Vegas, Louis, at the Mass Torts Made Perfect conference with attorney Mike Papantonio, host of Ring of Fire. Sam Cedar is here. A lot of different people here. A very, very interesting meeting of the minds. And a topic that came up yesterday was Hatriot Mail. People fascinated with Hatriot Mail. And indeed, it is time for Hatriot Mail today.
Because there are people who still believe that Pat Robertson is capable of having a coherent thought. Hatriot Mail. Written by patriots who hate David Pakman. Because America. And because freedom.
I don't really know how to describe this week's Hatriot Mail other than to say there are some really interesting ideas presented in it. Let's listen to some of them and see if we can figure out how we might apply them to our program.
You sound like you could be a neutral journalist that actually practices journalism. Like you would know how to actually practice journalism instead of propaganda. It's a shame, really, that your show is owned by those who are blindly loyal to the Democrats and their agendas. Of course, let's be honest though, you wouldn't have a job if you weren't fully willing to be a propagandist. And if you ever changed your mind about practicing propaganda, you would lose your job. You can't even be a real journalist. It's a shame how the left's fascist way of thinking destroys an innocent's noble dream.
I like that. This is one of the more poetic Hatriot Mails, Louis. An innocent's noble dream. What is not that poetic is that this person, like many, seem to have no idea whatsoever how this program operates and how it's funded. What does it mean I would lose my job? I mean, this is my show. Am I going to fire myself if David Pakman, the host, it angers David Pakman, the business owner, and I decide that I'm not fully willing to be a propagandist?
It's this is a very common theme. Usually, it's someone talking about your Jewish puppet masters or your funding from Israel or George Soros or whatever. But they don't watch the videos. They don't pay attention. They see one video. You say something that they think fits with the Democratic propaganda machine. And boom, all of a sudden, the party owns you.
When we did the Reza Aslan expose, one of the most common questions that came up, it came up in email, it came up on Twitter, it came up in the YouTube comments, was who funded this video? This is a video that clearly has very, very evil and suspicious mechanisms of funding. And it was so funny, who funded it? I mean, our intern Noah Ferguson researched the video with us on the internet. Anybody who can get on the internet can do research and pull clips and pass statements from people. Why is the idea of funding even relevant? I mean, we just made a video.
Because that is how they try to delegitimize or discredit your piece or your work or whatever.
Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses, and I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me, and I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on, I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high, which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like. Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com/TDPS. It costs nothing.